Alright, so the brass locomotives, both of them, have been cleaned. And here they are. Here is the RS2. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And what I was calling the RS11, turns out that one of you guys noticed this isn't an RS11, is it? Look at the front end. Where are the notches? No, this is an MLW, Montreal Locomotive Works. I believe that's what that means. RS18. Basically, it's an RS11, but it's an RS18. That's what it is. So that's interesting, but cleaned up nicely, didn't it? Oh, that's a beauty. Okay, and then their underframes. This one, not totally clean yet, but it's pretty good, and this one's pretty decent. Okay, now, if you remember that one of them has a problem. And the problem was that it didn't work because the gears on the axles were all stripped out. So I removed those gears, and here's one of them right there. Okay, so what I did was I took one of them, and this one here, and as you can see the marks on it. Okay, so I counted the teeth and everything. It needs basically a 3mm hole, and I tried to match it up to my chart of gears, and it's not on there. It's not one of the gears on my charts, or it's not in my notes or nothing. And so I tried, the first thing I tried was this. I took one that was close enough that I could get to fit. Got it to fit, no problem. Problem is, it doesn't work. When I put him in here, he's too big, and you can't close down the truck. And that's a no-go. But you remember what we've always said about gears. Gears are not special. So, and some of you brought up, hey, those gears are plastic, they should be brass. Yeah, the other one has these brass gears, which are almost, they're not quite helical, but they're dang close to being helical. Those guys seem no problem. But what are we going to do about those missing guys? So I have tried many things now. I think I have something that's probably going to work. So I could not match that gear exactly, but that did not deter me. I went through my whole gearbox, and I found something that might actually, we don't know yet because we haven't tried it, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing and where we're at. Okay, so there. Now, the way you know that the gear is okay is, well, it has to make contact with that worm, and these bearings must fit down into that slot right there. And then I don't know if these actually hit the bottom of this, like in here, in that little slot right there. That's okay. I'll mill that out. I'll mill it out if these actually work. We're gonna try. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to try these until I lock them all down and then I spin this gear. But that's where we're at on those. We're gonna try that. And the way I did that, it was not easy, and it's not easy, but I think I have a way. If this does work, I'm gonna show you how I did it. I found these gears in my set of robot gears, okay? And I'm like, gosh, that gear, that small gear in there is very similar to this guy. Very similar. In fact, that guy, those two guys are almost the same. How about we put them down here on the bench and then get a little better look at them. Okay, so that gear, the gear that came off is this guy. And the gear on here, now that don't have the same number of teeth, but it occurred to me that being 0.5 modulus, the number of teeth may not be critical. It's the outside diameter that is really critical, and that's almost a match. But as you can see, the inside diameter does not match. So what I had to do was I had to find a drill bit set, and I started with smaller and smaller drill bits like this, and then I kept going through here And you gotta do this many times, going like that through there, until I got to the gear to the 3mm one, and I was able to get them onto the shaft. So now I've got this. That might work. Not saying it's gonna work. I think it might work. We're gonna try it in a little while here and see if we can get it to go. Now that all the parts are clean and stuff, I'm gonna try and put together one of them trucks and see if that actually does the trick. I'm hopeful, because otherwise I'm gonna have to go count down gears on the old guy, and then I'm gonna have to match him, and then I'm gonna have to order them, and it will take 2 months for a bag of those gears to arrive. I don't really want to do that, because then we won't see this project again until March. Let's see if we can't lock him up shortly instead of waiting around for other gears to show up. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try this, and if it works, then we're gonna be good to go. Okay, so that's what I have to show you on these brass guys, and they do look. They now look good. You remember, I got these for 20 bucks because of that problem. I can understand now why it was 20 bucks. That replacing those gears, that's a non-trivial thing. That's a really hard thing to do. And I don't have a bunch of brass gears sitting around that I would use for this, because we don't use those. We use plastic gears that are 0.5 modulus. So that's what we want in here, so that they're gears that we can actually maintain. And the other one has the brass ones on it. But here's the thing. A bunch of people said, "Oh no, those are supposed to be brass." Actually, they're not. Here is the drive shaft with the worms on it for that one. And as you can see, okay, take a look at that one. Now I'm going to show you one from the other one that has the brass gears on the wheel sets. He looks like this. You notice a significant difference? Yeah, that main driving gear right here is plastic. So they're not the same. They look the same. They might act the same, but they're not identical. So that's an interesting bit to note on. So the MLW 18, which we've been calling RS11, and the RS2, they're not identical. These trucks, they seem to be identical, but other than that, their internal workings are not identical. So we must carry on with our investigation and testing to see if we can get this thing to work. But that's where we're at with that right now.